Hello guys, it is Shivam here. Welcome to a brand new video where we are going to simply teach you how to create a responsive UI design for your login and sign up page by using Flutter. So do not forget to hit that like button and show your support by hitting that subscribe button so that you won't miss out on any of the upcoming videos we upload on this channel. Now let's get started. Now let's move, and here we'll simply create our login and sign up page from the scratch. So here you can see in the images folder I have simply added a true image that I'm simply going to use in the login and sign up page. Now you know that if you added some of the image in the images folder, you need to simply first call them in from the perspec.ml file so that you can simply use that image from the images folder or the any folder name you have simply created. Now let's call this function in the perspec.ml file. Now once you have done all this thing, now let's move to the leave folder and we'll simply create a new file name which will be a login.dart. So first I'm going to simply create the login page, then I will simply teach you how to create a sign up page. So first I'm going to simply import the package by using material.dart and we'll write a stateful widget name which will be like login. And once we have written all this thing, we need to just write a scaffold, a body, container, child, and a column. Yeah, and our children. Yeah. Now here in the login page, first as you know that are going to simply show the image at the top. So I will just write image dot asset and will simply use our images folder name. And once we have simply used our images folder name, now I can simply write our image file name that I simply want to use, which is login.png. Now here let's move to the login page so that I can show you what all code I am simply writing here. So here I will just write a page name which is login, and here we can simply remove this debug banner from the top. So for that I need to do one thing. We need to move to the main.dart. We already there. So here I need to just write a debug show checked mode banner to false, and it will remove this blue red line from there. Now once we have done all this thing, we need to simply first provide the background color to our login page, which is background color, and here I'm going to simply pass the color which is colors dot black, something like this. Now here you can see that the image that we are widely going to use in our login page. Now here I need to simply provide a circular, like from the bottom right position, like a circular image, so that it's look good. So for that I need to simply wrap up with a widget which will be a clip react widget that will help us to provide a border radius to our image. So let border radius dot only I need to provide from bottom right. So we'll write bottom right radius dot circular and we'll just pass like 90, or let's pass up to 180, something like this. Now here you can see the image, but I think so the image height is too much for this login page. I can simply set the height of an image by passing the height. So we'll just write the height, and I need to simply pass the height. Let's keep the 200 first. And here we need to simply pass a width which will be media query dot of context dot size dot width. Now the reason for passing a media query, if you have followed my old series, now I'm telling the old series because I've already made 10 to 12 apps before on this channel. You can simply follow all the apps. I will paste a playlist link in the comment box. You can simply tap to that playlist and can follow all the apps that we have simply made on this channel. Yeah. So here the media query is something that will help us to make our app highly responsive. So that's why I've simply used a media query, and I will tell a image to use a complete width of the screen, and I will just pass a fit box fit dot cover. Yeah, now I need to increase the height of an image because it is very less. So let's pass up to 300, or 300 it is okay, or if you want you can do up to 400. I guess 400 is okay. Yeah. So once we have passed an image, now here I need to simply pass a text which will be the login. So for that I need to just write a text widget, and in the text widget I will just like write a log in. Now here I need to simply pass the color, so which will be a text style. Now the color I need to simply pass colors dot white, something like this. Now I need to increase a font size so that I can simply see this text clearly. So we'll pass 40.0, and here I need to bring something at the left side of the screen. So for that I need to just pass a cross axis alignment dot start. Yeah. Now we need to simply pass a padding. So we'll pass a padding edge insert dot only, and we'll just pass from the left 20.0, and we can also provide the height from the top. So we'll write size box height 20.0, something like this. Now once you have done this thing, now you can see a login, but if you want you can provide a small I. Yeah, so login. Now in the login page, as you know that will simply allow the user to enter their email and the password, right? So for that I need to simply show the email text first and a text field so that the user can simply enter their email. So I need to again use a text widget from here. So we'll copy the text widget and with up padding, and we'll simply paste it something over here, and in the text widget I will just write the email. Yeah, so here I don't need in this font size, I will decrease the font size up to 20, and will also change the color. So let's pass the color. I've already passed the color over here, so I'll change it to white 54, or maybe different shade of an white color, maybe up to this one. I guess it is okay. And here I can simply pass font weight, and we just need to pass font weight dot bold. Yeah, so here you can see the email text. Now I can simply pass a space between these two text widgets. So I will use the height and will just pass 10.0, something like this. Yeah, now you can simply see this text widget. Now once you have simply passed a text widget, I need to simply show the text field here. So for the text field I need to simply write in container. Now in the container I will just write a child and will pass a text field. Yeah, so here you can see the text field. Now I don't want this line, so I'll just write a decoration and a input decoration, and in the input decoration I will pass border input border dot none. Now it will simply remove this line from here. Now I'll just write a decoration, a box decoration. Now I don't need a color, I need to simply pass a border to this text field. So we'll write border dot all. Now the color will simply pass colors dot white and 30. 30 will be very less. Let's increase it according to our need. Which one is okay? Sorry, I can't see this because there is an error. Yeah, now I can see it clearly. I hope that this is okay. Now we can simply pass a border radius to this text field. So I'll just write a border radius, not here, over here. We'll write border radius dot circular, we'll write 30. Yeah, so now you can see the text field. We can also pass a margin edge insert dot only, from the left 20.0, from the right 20.0, something like this. Now you can see the text field. Now I can pass a space. Let's pass the space 10.0, something like this. Yeah, so now you can simply see the email, and the user can simply enter the email over here. Let's increase up to 20, and now I can simply copy this email text widget and the text field again, because as you know that after entering the email in the login page, the user need to enter their password. So for the password I need to simply add a text widget and the text field again. So I need to copy all this thing and will simply paste it something over here. Yeah, now here once we have shown, we need to just write a password, and in the password we have written a password. Now here I can simply pass a forgot password text, because as you know that, I think so you are very smart, and if you haven't made a login and sign up page before, then don't need to worry. I will tell you that what or thing I am going to add in the login page, as the forgot password is very necessary in the login page. If the user have simply forgot their password, they can simply click to this forgot password text, and they will move to the forgot password screen, where they can simply re-enter a new password and can again log in the app. right? So this is the use of forgot password over here. Yeah. Now, to show the forgot password, I need to copy this again, and here I need to simply wrap up with a row widget. Now the reason for wrapping up with a row widget, because I want to simply show the forgot password not over here, I need to show over here in the right position of the screen. Now to move that, for that I need to use a row widget, and we'll just write main axis alignment dot end, something like this. Now here you can see it. Now I'll simply change the left to right, and here I'll just write a forgot password, and we'll just pass a question mark, and here I will decrease the font size up to 18, something like this. Now here I can use a size box height, let's pass 10.0, and here I will change from bold to W500 as it is, and here you can see the forgot password text. Now once you see all this thing, now we can successfully move to the button. While tapping to that button, the user can simply sign in the app. Yeah, so for that I need to write in container, because here I'm going to create a customized button. So that's why I'm going to write a container child, and here I'm going to simply use a text widget here again. So we'll copy the text widget, we'll simply paste it over here, and we'll just pass sign in over here, something like this. Now I can simply change the color to black, remove this constant, I don't need this, so I'll just write black over here, and here I'm going to pass a customized color code to our container. So we'll write box decoration. Now the color, I hope that the color is yellow, will be okay, not yellow, something like yellow shade we are going to use over here. So let me check that color code, like what we are going to use over here. Yeah, so now the color code we will be using here is 0xFF, and we'll write FC9502. Yeah, so this is the color code that we are simply going to use over here. Now here I need to simply pass a width to the container, which will be media query dot of context dot size dot width. Now here I simply pass a width. Now I need to pass in margin, so we'll write margin edge inset dot only. From the left we'll write 20.0, from the right 20.0, something like this. Now here I need to simply increase the font size up to 24, and here I need to simply center the text widget by using a center widget, and here I need to increase the height of a container. So I'll just pass 60, or rather than just pass 50 over here. Now I can simply pass a border radius to this container. So we'll write border radius dot circular, and we'll pass up to 30. Yeah, so now here you can see the button that we have simply created for our login page. Now I'll simply use the size box, and we'll pass a size box height 20.0, something like this. Now here you can see that we have simply created a sign in button, and the user can simply tap to this button and can simply move to the app, right? Now I've simply changed the height of an image to 400 to 350, because as there are some more details that I want to simply show in my login page. So first thing that I want to simply show in the login page is log in with Google option. So for that, if the user don't want to simply log in with their email account, they can simply tap to this log in with Google and can simply authenticate with the help of Google, right? So here I need to just write a text widget here again. So for that I need to copy the text widget, will simply paste it over here, and here I will just write or, something like this, and we need to just simply pass a color, and we need to pass a color which will be colors.white, and we'll simply center with the help of center widget. Yeah, now here once we have done all this thing, now I can simply do one more thing, like what it will be here, as I've told you, log in with Google. So for that I need to do one more thing, like first I need to simply get a logo of an Google that I can simply use over here. Yeah, now once we have simply show the or, as I told you, we need to simply show sign in with Google. So here I need to simply create a container child and the row and a children. Now here in the row widget I going to simply show this logo of this Google, but here I'm going to simply change the color of this logo. So I'll show that how you can simply change the color of the image by using the Flutter. So here I need to simply write image.asset and we'll simply write images and we'll write search dot png. Now here you can see the image, but let's decrease a font size, not a font size, the image size up to height 50, width 50, and a fit box fit dot cover, something like this. Now here you can see the image. I also need to decrease it down up to 40. I guess it will be okay. Now we can simply use this, but I'm going to simply use a customized color code to this image. So I'll just write color. We'll write color 0xff and we'll simply pass FEA 720. Yeah, so this is the color, and this is how you can simply change the color of an image inside a Flutter. You don't need to use like any of the editor or something to change the color of an image. You have an option to simply change the image color in the Flutter app too. Yeah, so once you have done all this thing, I need to also decrease the image size up to 30. Now it is okay. Now again I need to use a text widget, so I'll copy the text widget, will simply paste it over here, and I'll just write the text like, which will be like log in with Google. So we'll write log in with Google, something like this. Yeah, now here you can see the text. Now I can simply provide the width. We'll write size box width 10.0. Yeah, so once you have done all this thing, I can need to simply pass a decoration, a box decoration, color. We need to pass colors dot black, and here I'm going to again use a customized color code for our container. I exactly don't know which color will fit over here. So let me see if any of the color present that will simply highlight this container. So here I've simply found one of the color to see we can use as the color for this container. So I'll just write a color and we'll write 0xff and it is 0f1011. Yeah, it is 0. Yeah, something like this. I don't know it is, you can see that or not, but I can't see. I can notice that. So we can simply set it like this also. Now it is visible. I think now it is visible for you all. Now here once we can see the container, we need to simply pass a margin as in set dot only from the left 20.0 from 20.0, something like this. Now here I need to simply center by using a main axis alignment dot center, and here we can again use the height. Will pass up to 40, or let's pass up to 50, and here I will use a border radius. So write border radius dot circular, and let's. So now you will think that how I have simply make a complete login page. So sorry for that, because I was simply recording a video, but I don't know how the recording stops over here, but I didn't wrote many much thing in the login page. As you can see, I will tell you what all things I've simply written in the login page. So here we have just passed a border radius 30 that I have shown you for the login with Google, and here we have just passed the height. So this is all the container thing that we have simply passed to show our login with Google. Now here I have added like don't have an account sign up. Now the reason behind this is because, so for an example, if the user want to simply navigate to the sign up page because he don't have an account and he want to simply sign up in the app and directly move to the app, so for the navigation we need to simply add like don't have an account, then the user can simply tap to this sign up text and can move to that sign up page. So here you can see that by using a center widget, I have simply centered this text widget and I have simply passed don't have an account text and the style. I think so it is simple. And for the center widget we have used again for the sign up thing, and here I have simply shown the sign up text. I think so these are the two simple things that I have simply added, and this will help as I've told you, to simply navigate to a different pages. Now let's move, and here we'll simply create our sign up page, and in the sign up page I'm going to simply use this image in the sign up page, and here for that I need to move to the lib folder and will simply create a new folder name which is signup.dart. And here first, sorry, why it's becoming a file over here. So let's delete this and we'll create a new file which is signup.dart. And here, once we have done all this thing, we'll first import the package which is material.dart, and we'll simply pass a stateful widget which will be a sign up, and this will be our page name which is sign up. Now once we have written all this thing, I need to simply pass a scaffold, and in the scaffold I will just write a body, container, child, and a column. Now the login and sign up page will be remain almost same. The thing that we are going to simply change in the login and sign up page is that first we are going to simply change this text of login to sign up, and we are going to simply add one more text field over here which will be the name. So here in the sign up page we are going to simply ask the username first, their email, the password. Then here we'll also remove a forgot password text, because if they don't have an account, then how they can simply tap to the forgot password? They simply have to create a new account with a new password. So we'll simply remove this forgot password text, and in the sign in we'll just show a sign up, and we'll also remove all this thing, and here we'll show that already have an account. Like if the user already have an account, they can simply navigate to the signing page. So these are all the things that we simply need to do for our sign up page. Now here I will move to the login page, and we'll copy all the things that we need, and we'll copy here and we'll simply paste it over here. Now here in the image I will just call a different image that we have just created for our sign up page, which is signup.dart. Now let's navigate to this page so that I can show you what all code I'm simply writing over here. Yeah, so here you can see that this image that we are widely going to use in our sign up page, and I think so it's look cool. If yes, then let me know in the comment box. It's completely like how you are thinking that this login and sign up page looks. Yeah, so here I will just write like sign up, and if you haven't hit that like button till now, then hit that like button and show your support, because your support is also necessary. Though I'm trying my best to make this app like login and sign up page as attractive and as user friendly as I can, with all the features that login and sign up page need. Yeah, I hope you will simply press to that like button and also press to that subscribe button so that you won't miss out on any of the upcoming videos we upload on this channel. Now let's move forward, and as I've told you, we are simply going to add one more text field which is name. So here I will simply copy the height and a text field, and will simply paste it over here, and here I will just pass a name. Yeah, so you will see this overflow error, but don't need to worry, because we need to also remove the thing that we won't require over here. So first remove this. We'll also remove this log in with Google thing from here, something like this. Yeah, so here I will simply change a sign in to sign up, and once the user have simply signed up, they can see the thing like I've told you that already have an account. They can simply move to the signing page. Yeah, now for the navigation I need to simply wrap up with a gesture detector, and in the gesture detector I just need to write on tap, and we'll simply pass navigator dot push, and will push the user to the signing page. So for that I just need to write material page root, and here I will just write a context, and in the context I'm going to simply pass our page name, which is sign in, something like this, or let's write sign in, or it is login, sorry, my bad, login, it is login. Yeah, now we need to simply copy this navigator function from here, and we'll simply paste it for our sign up page. So we'll wrap up with a gesture detector here again, and in the on tap method I'm going to simply paste this navigator, and here I will just write a sign up, something like this. Yeah, Now I'll show that when I'll tap to this sign in text, we'll simply navigate to a login page, and now I'll tap to the sign up text, we'll simply navigate to the sign up page. So this is how we have simply created our login and sign up page. And if you want to simply add all this authentication like mail authentication, Google authentication, want to connect the app with your Firebase account, as I've already tell you, we have already made a Firebase authentication video in this channel. You can simply follow that and can add the app to your app bucket list, right? Now, if you also want to get a source code for this login and sign up page I have made, I will simply provide the link in the description box where you can simply get this image if you want, and you can simply copy and paste the code if you don't have a time to simply create a login and sign up page, like if you are in hurry or something. Yeah. So until then, keep coding, keep having fun. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.